Yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on with y'all, man? What's happening? If you've been rocking with me, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Love to have you. Today, or tonight rather, because this is another edition of Dion Midnight Talks. Why is it called Midnight? Well, because it's late as hell when we record these. This is gonna be the HBO primetime edition. All right, I can say fuck on here. I'm not gonna censor it out. If you want, they'll be separate. You go to the morning talks, they'll be a little bit more tame. All right, but you know, it's past 11 and shit. Special guest in the studio with me today. The boy, the young, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Young JEFE. Say what up, what up?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up? Also, fuck. I'm going to say that too. Fuck.
That's right. So if that offends you, I'm not sorry. You've been warned. Anyway, let's get into the shits a little bit today. So, I know you heard about that freak. I know you heard about this freak hailstorm. We were just talking about this freak hailstorm in Mexico. Bruh. You don't hear about this? 2 days ago, Sunday night. What is that? June 30th? Right? Yeah, June 30th. They had a hailstorm in there. I mean, you go look at the pictures. There are cars covered halfway in ice, sheets of ice that busted down people's houses. Front living rooms just covered in ice and hell. They had to bring out the heavy machinery just to break the sheets up.
Don't make no sense.
Don't make no sense. I swear to God, I thought the Avengers came through. I was like, man, no, Loki and the Frost Giants and them came through. They actually cracked open that casket of ancient winters for a hot second. All right, we're talking Guadalajara, Mexico, at the end of June, almost July, talking about a hailstorm. All right, they tried to explain that shit with science. They said it was something about the hot air and around the area feeding the thunderstorm.
Too logical. No.
Way too logical.
No.
It made no type of sense. I mean, I'm no meteorologist. All right, but I know a comic book catastrophe scene when I see one, and then that shit.
Sitting here lying to us, talking about weather.
Talking about climate change ain't real. Meanwhile, cycle over, spin the globe a little bit, you go over to India, and I don't remember what city it is. I should look it up. I shouldn't be so lackadaisical about this because it's serious. But I would encourage you to go look up the actual city names, right? But it's in India, right? There are cities out there that are just don't have water at all. Right?
And that's what we call homework. Do it.
Homework. It's summertime. Y'all motherfuckers need to be reading anyway. You don't read enough. Make America read again. Read the fine print.
Actually, yeah.
All right, read these news articles. So India doesn't have water. Like talking about the capital cities out there in the next 4 years about to not have water. And do you know the population density of India? Are you aware of how many people that's in the millions? That's put it in perspective for my American listeners. All right, you know how Flint's been fucked for some time now, right? But that's only a fraction of the number of people that are about to not have water. I'm not even talking about water just to drink, just water, period. Drinkable water, yes, of course.
Right.
But it's just, water's gone. All right. Now.
It's messed up, man.
it's fucked up.
But the scary thing is, I don't know if we can get, like, higher ups to give a shit. Because that's why we are where we are. In Flint. Because, like, the head of Nestle, he doesn't think water is a human necessity. He doesn't think it's a need or a human right. Or it's like, dude, what?
Like, if I'm gonna live anywhere, right? The first word in that sentence is live. You need to be able to drink water, bruh. Like,
Exactly.
what do you mean? That shouldn't even be a question. I mean, at the bare minimum standards of living, all right, we're talking caveman. They had to find water to drink. Your body's made of 70% water. You literally cannot survive without drinking water. Fluids, like, it's not possible, you know? And of course, the head of Nestle, you know, throw him some iced tea. Just so cold and callous. If there ain't no money in it, I'm sure if he could find a way to get a tax write-off, he might throw him a couple bones.
Which is so messed up. So messed up. That's literally you saying, I'm gonna need a little bit more. If they don't have shit, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. That's the problem with having money, like, so conglomerated and with so, like, little people. Because then the perspective is all the way fucked up. Because imagine, you have this money. It's just you. You're in the top 1%. You got this money. You'd like to think that you would do the right thing. When something came along like this, you would donate. Maybe you would. But if you're living in that position, you're living in a whole entire different lifestyle. All right, you're not down with the people. You don't see them. You don't watch the news.
Check this out. That's where it gets messed up, because it's a paradox. Like, philanthropy itself is a paradox. For there to be a such thing as billionaires and for poverty to even exist in the first place, it's just this endless circle of like, we're gonna hoard all this shit. We're gonna throw you some breadcrumbs. You're gonna thank me. You got the losing team of the Super Bowl's merge. You'll make it through the winter.
That's so true, though. That's so true. They're big facts. Like, you wouldn't have poverty if you didn't have a 1%.
Exactly, man.
And I know now it's some people might be going quick to thinking like communism, in certain ways, perhaps, but maybe not even necessarily in such an extreme. But the fact of the matter is, that's just indisputable, is that you can't have a 1% without also having the impoverished.
Exactly. So we can't be having initiatives and say, oh, we hate these conditions, because I don't know, if you're somewhere right now and you love your quality of life as it is, then you also have to love the poverty. You don't get to pick. You gotta love all of it. You gotta love the poverty. You gotta love. Every sip of water you take, it's like you're taking it from. No, I'm kidding. I was gonna say it's like you're taking it from someone who doesn't have it, but it is. So
it's
that's a joke,
and not to make you feel guilty for having,
but you should
a little bit, a little healthy scoop of guilt. All right, never hurt nobody.
Yeah, I mean, your guilt doesn't even have to really phase you. You can be taking a shower. I'm guilty as hell right now.
Yeah. You
all this damn water. I'm just sitting here thinking.
You in the bathroom. You got the shower running. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go into it any further. But y'all ain't in the shower. You ain't in the shower. You gotta think to yourself in that moment, man, maybe I'll just go ahead and cut the shower off. Until I'm ready to get in that bad boy.
No.
Yo.
What?
Yo. Okay. Look. Pornhub had an initiative. You hear about this? It was like it was turn the shower off, right? And they were asking people to not just run the shower while they were not in the shower, while they were just jacking off.
Wait. So, all right.
Or like maybe they were jacking off in the shower, but like not like I don't know.
I've honestly never understood the phenomenon, whatever, with beating it in the shower. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you listeners out there, but if I bust standing out, my legs are giving out.
Okay.
I'm just being real. So all these people talking about busting nuts in the showers, how are you still standing? Unless everyone's just having
you
these
you gotta
dropping
hitting the ground.
Bust.
That's the loud thump every time.
And I'm just the one person not.
Well, you could brace yourself. Look, I don't even know if they're talking about, because they're either busting a nut in the shower, right? or they're just in the bathroom with the shower on, busting.
Oh my god.
But like you're in the shower, so it sounds like you're in the shower. It's like, but you maybe not in it, but it sounds like from the outside you're in the shower.
This is busception.
Look. But the moral of the story is
back to
philanthropy
and water
and climate change. Pornhub and climate change. Listen, They said, hey, you turn off your water or whatever like that. You know, that was their initiative, and they like put out like free premium at the time or something. I don't know. It was something that they were trying to do, but it was a larger like entity body acknowledging something and doing what little that they can. You know, so somebody I have to imagine somebody at Pornhub, they felt that little twinge of guilt one day, like, you know what, we'll have people using way too much water. You know, he's probably in the shower jerking off. He's like, man, I you know what, this is what I usually do. I shouldn't be using all this water. Let's just give people free premium. I think they still got free premium right now. I'm pretty sure they're still running ads for free premium. Well,
let's go save the planet.
Let's go save the planet together. Oh man. But now, between that, you got, well, shit, it was cold as hell this winter just here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Not to mention it was snowing in April.
Summer didn't
recently
hit until the equinox. Like for real.
And it came hard. Summer came and it came full-fledged. It did.
It still might be. I don't think we've seen the full force of this summer.
Oh no.
I remember the hotter summers than this, which is why I'm sure it's about to get even worse.
This is the first 5 minutes of a episode of Goku turning Super Saiyan. We've got another 3-4 episodes of just powering up. And then one day it's just gonna be so hot outside, and that will be that'll be SS2.
Now we're about to get we've had at least SS3, and I know that because the sweat on my face had consumed my eyebrows as well, not unlike the muscles on the face of a Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah. The heat, that's when the heat smacks you in the face.
That's when the heat really smacks you in the face. So listen, if you're out there thinking that climate change isn't real, I encourage you to A, go outside, or B,
just you don't even have to put your whole body outside. Just poke your head out.
Just open a window and then really think about where you're at. Like, should it be the way it is? And the answer, usually, it seems like, is no.
No.
Y'all don't remember last summer when California was on fire?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, isn't wildfire season about to start up again?
Are we overdue for some
fires? Yeah.
We are overdue.
We're overdue for some fires.
We're overdue.
They run out of water too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're watching it. We'll be monitoring the situation.
It just doesn't seem like it because everyone has to be happy in California. If you post anything on the internet and you're not having a good time and you're in California, Disney kidnaps you.
That mouse needs people to come to his theme parks. Hey, speaking of the mouse in his theme parks, you hear about that new Star Wars theme park that opened up? I don't know if it was in Cali or Orlando. I think it was in Florida. But that new Star Wars theme park, but it was based on the new trilogy. Like it wasn't based on anything else. Look, I heard that theme park is doing trash right now.
Low sales.
Like no one's going. Like my little brother was telling me about all the overpriced stuff and nobody going, and it sounds about right. It sounds about right. I'd be mad as hell if I pull up at the Star Wars theme park and it was all sequels.
Don't make no damn sense, man. I'm not gonna even cap though. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I haven't seen any of the movies start to finish. And there goes my career. All right. Good night.
Haven't seen any of the movies start to finish?
Not one.
Not even Solo?
No, especially Solo.
But that's on Netflix still.
Actually, oh shit. No. All right, I take that back. Yeah. Is that the one with what's his name?
With Donald Glover?
No, not that one. The one before it where they're like in the desert the whole
with Forrest
fucking
Whitaker?
time. Nah. It was like the big reboot. And they were like, what the hell, a nigger? And
what? Wait a minute. Are you sure that wasn't the one with Forrest Whitaker? Because I feel like that basically happened. Like they pulled up and they like didn't know who. Like I don't know what that girl's name was in Rogue One, but when she saw Forrest Whitaker for the first time, she was like, "Who is this nigga?" Like she had that look on her face. Like
the sight of Forrest Whitaker gave her Forrest Whitaker eye.
Didn't have to do him like that. Didn't have to do him, but it is what it is.
If I ever meet Forrest Whitaker, I never said that. Cool.
Look, Forrest Whitaker. I enjoy most of your work, I'm pretty sure. I'm wrong at the moment in time I'm blanking. I'm only thinking Black Panther and Rogue One. And I really don't know.
He was in Black Panther?
Yeah, he was the uncle.
Oh, I don't know why when you said Black Panther, I just thought Black Klansman.
Was he in Black? No, he wasn't in Black Klansman. No. I still haven't seen Black Klansman.
That's a good movie. You should see that.
I saw Sorry to Bother You.
It's hilarious. Sorry to Bother You is funny too. Messed up ending.
Yeah, that shit. I'm not even gonna spoil it right now because I want y'all to go watch it. But yeah, that is a great movie. The ending, I'm still scratching my head. Still good though.
I don't know, man. Let's assume if you're listening to the podcast, you've seen the movie as well. Please. It's such a good.
All right.
It's such a good. But that's like one of the biggest mind fucks from a movie I can name to date because I'm not expecting that shit.
I wasn't ready for it. Like it nothing. I guess like upon going back, I haven't gone back to completely rewatch it, but I did go back and rewatch a little bit, and there was like some like hints, but it was even more subtle than like Get Out.
Right.
Like it was just like right there. It was still like out of nowhere, even knowing what I knew. I was just like, man. But no, I want to go see. I want to see Black Klansman still. Heard that was funny. That was a Spike Lee joint, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I definitely got to check it out. I usually like his movies. I saw Chirac was the last thing by him I saw.
Oh, I heard that flopped. I heard that was a bad one.
You know what?
Wasn't it like they were like, until you guys put the guns down, y'all not getting no pussy.
Yeah, no like peace, no pussy.
Oh wow.
It's on the front. I mean, it's censored out if you look like the DVD box art.
I never saw that, but yeah, that's a straight to.
I'm pretty sure like Michael B. Jordan or somebody was in that.
What?
Because Sam Jackson was in it. I know that. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I'm about to pull up this IMDb because that cast was taken. Oh no, I'm talking Michael B. Jordan. Nick Cannon. I'm sorry, Michael B. Jordan. But Nick Cannon was in the movie. He's good though. He was good. No disrespect. Wesley Snipes. That's right. Yeah. Jennifer Hudson, Sam Jackson, Angela Bassett, Dave Chappelle was in it. Yeah. I don't know why it flopped. I think what happened was people got mad because it was depicting Chicago in such a negative light, and a whole bunch of people got butthurt. It's like, well, you can't be Spike Lee. How you gonna be showing black people out here and blah 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 in the streets? And I was like, well, niggas, get it together. I'm gonna have to keep looking at the shit. Cause I'm tired of seeing niggas impoverished and gangbangers and all kinds of like sob stories too. I'm tired of it. I just want some regular ass stories. I wanna be able to look up and see somebody that look like me doing some regular shit. Like, I'm not making it big. Well, I'm not making it big now, at the very least. Alright? We're still getting fast food in the drive-thru. I'm not impoverished though. Well, I don't know. The poverty line's kinda fucked up. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not on government welfare just yet. All right, so there's people out there in the shits.
There's still time.
There's still time, and there are people in the shits. And I appreciate that there are people in the shits, but there are white people on welfare too. Matter of fact, there's more white people on welfare than there are black people.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of seeing the black welfare movie. So and Spike Lee when he did it, it wasn't even like that. Like it kind of showed it, but it was more of a Shakespearean type of drama. Like it was pretty dope.
I think most people were more upset that he had a chance to like highlight the bad things that are happening in Chicago, and people thought, well, you're using the name Chirac, a term that got made popular after the drill scene. The drill scene in music came along. So they thought, everyone's like, all right, it's going to be some shit about, you know, whatever you imagine when you think the word Chirac. But it wasn't that. It was just like, oh, yeah, nah, you're not going to fuck me until you get your act right.
That was
everyone's like, what? This is...
Well, that was... Okay, see, that's part of the whole, like, Shakespearean drama of it all. Because that's, like, from an actual thing that a group of women did in real life. Right. Where they, like, boycotted, like, men and having sex with them until some shit changed. And then guess what? Shit changed. All right, sex sells. And they did what they had to do. I don't think in today's society it would work. One reason being everybody's a troll and everyone's a contrarian. So I think, you know, people would just double down to be more of assholes and actually trying to reach a conclusion. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But no. I mean, it was. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. You know, go check it out. I'm not here to sell you the 2015 Chirac, a Spike Lee joint. Right, if you didn't see it, if you don't know, you won't know. You feel me? But if you got time, you feel like checking it out, go ahead and check it out. Let's see what else we've been looking at around here. Speaking of movies, well, yeah. Speaking of movies, I just wanna. You gonna go see this new Spider-Man?
Probably not, honestly, man. I'm not gonna. I just saw Into the Spider-Verse, and that came out forever ago. Bruh, I was telling you, man, there's too many Spider-Man movies. There's too many reboots. We went from Andrew Garfield to another dude.
I forget about Tobey Maguire.
Right. But, like, yeah, that's the OG Spider-Man, right? And then after that scene where he's walking down the block shooting finger guns at ladies, everyone's like, no, I can do a much better Spider-Man. And that's just what's been happening. People been making their own Spider-Man movies left and right, it seems like. So no, there's too many. There's too many. We've got Spider-Man games and shit. And plus, I don't think Spider-Man is the coolest superhero, dude.
All right, I'm gonna link his social handle and all that in the description.
Yeah.
Or on the page. So, you know, if y'all trying to berate his shit, you go over there and you handle your shit over there. About that Spider-Man thing.
Oh yeah.
You read the comics? Read the comics at all?
No. Nah.
Okay, so then you here we go. Audience, we have ourselves a casual. All right, and for those of you who thinking that it's derogatory, it kind of is, but in a more of an elitist kind of way. So I don't really mean it, but like I feel it. Part of me does feel like I'm lording over you with this like basket of knowledge that I'm gonna have. All right, so but there it is. So there's too many Spider-Man. And first of all right, it's called they're Spider People.
Wow.
Okay, Spider-Man is an outdated term, I think, and I think Spider Women even would have been a better choice. How dare you assume their gender?
I cannot deal. You're right. I was close-minded back there.
I'm glad we could catch you up to 2019.
Yeah, thanks.
Been lagging behind out here. All right.
Spider people. This man.
Yeah. Actually, there is a Spider Woman, and there's a Spider Gwen.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And there's some other, obviously, the Spider Verse in and of itself. Yeah.
Spider Pig.
Spider Ham. I think Spider Pig. There's Spider Pig, but there's Spider Ham is the one for Spider Verse. Voiced by John Mulaney, who was hilarious in that movie.
Yeah. Hilarious guy. Good old John. That movie was very trippy. Very trippy.
Oh my God.
The animation was great in that. I will say. Holy shit. Yeah.
It was almost like a lot of times it was a comic book ripped to screen, but like in like a way, the most perfect way. Like not like a panel recreated in live action. Like they somehow merged the two, the crossover. It was dope. It was dope. If you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, go check that shit out. All right, that was my, at the time. I haven't seen Far From Home yet. By the time this goes up, Far From Home will have been in theaters for at least 24 hours because it came out on the fucking Tuesday at noon. All right, the release day still had the audacity to say Wednesday on the Fandango. Meanwhile, they're giving me tickets at noon on a Tuesday. All right, just say it's coming out on Tuesday.
The audacity.
The audacity. Just lie to my face blatantly. Like I can't go see the movie on Tuesday. But I thought Spider-Verse was the best Spider-Man movie I'd seen. I've seen all of them up to that time. Even over Homecoming. I like Homecoming. Don't get me wrong.
I'll agree with that.
I liked Homecoming, but Spider-Verse was dope though.
Which was the one with Jamie Foxx? Which one had the...
Oh, that was Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. It also had Dane DeHaan as the Green Goblin.
Oh my goodness.
With the meth mouth.
Yeah.
That shit.
Oh man. Jamie Foxx was not terrible in that. It was just it was just funny. I don't know. It cracked me up.
He wasn't terrible. Yo, my favorite scene in that movie, unashamedly, is when they do that cheeky thing at the end when they're like fighting in the fucking power coils and he's bouncing around and it plays Itsy Bitsy Spider while he's bouncing. And I just caught that. Like I don't know if everybody caught that, but I caught that. I was like, and then like whatever. I don't even remember how the movie ended.
No.
I don't remember. I don't care.
You know why? Because there's too many endings to too many different Spider-Man movies. Eventually, Mandela effect's going to take over, and you're going to remember 3 different endings at the same time, and civilization breaks down at that point. Areas, huh? There's no rules anymore, huh?
That.
We just start rebooting everything. They're making live action reboots of every classic Disney movie now.
Hey, Jumanji 2 is coming out.
Oh my god.
That's right. Kevin Hart already got the sequel produced and done pretty much. That's just on its way. Yeah, every Disney movie's getting a reboot. You see the Dumbo movie?
Hercules? No, didn't see.
Nobody saw the Dumbo movie because it looked terrible. And most importantly, because they took out the fucking crows. And I've said this before. No, listen to me. I've said this before. All right, if they remake Dumbo without the crows, I'm not fucking watching the movie. The crows,
oh my god,
were the most essential part of the movie because they taught Dumbo how to fly.
That's true.
I be done seen about everything when I see an elephant fly. Let them know. And that was the best song in the movie, no cap. All right, were they some stereotypes, some rigmarole, some niggatry at this highest order? Yes, they were Jim Crows, my guys. All right, if that went over your head, if this is news to you, then I need you to check your privilege immediately. And then I need you to go read a fucking book, get educated, and come back to me. All right. Now, if you got some questions on why that's racist, we can talk about it later.
Not only was it racist, it was just a slap in the face. Because what year did Dumbo come out? Like 40 something, 1940 something.
Shit, Dumbo. It came out in the middle of Jim Crow. I know that.
Oh my god, just the balls.
41.
Oh man, yep. 1941. Oh man.
They almost went full Sambo, but they thought, well, go ahead and put a musical number in here and turn them into crows instead. And that's why I wanted to see the
And
crows.
Not too long after, black people were fighting in World War II. getting racist birds in fucking Disney films.
That's right. And y'all ate that shit up. Y'all ate it up. And not only that, but Disney went ahead and remade the film so they retained the IP for a little bit longer because they wanted to protect the legacy of Dumbo. So I didn't want to see the movie without the crows because those are the only black people in the movie. So you just took the niggas out the movie. So then why would I want to go see?
Remember Song of the South?
Oh, I never watched that shit.
Oh,
I
man.
saw it. I took one look. Even as a small child, I knew that was fucked
They
up.
used to show us that shit in school, like early school, like this is like mid to late 90s. So they didn't. I want to say they didn't know no better, but that was an old ass movie even then.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse looking ass.
Oh my goodness, man. Zippity doo-dah. Yeah. Just watching it in class. Me, a young New Orleans boy.
Just fresh from the South, like what? I thought the North was gonna be different. They teach it in the schools here.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I wasn't about it. I couldn't do it. Right? We can't just be taking niggas out the movie. But hey, Dumbo came out, they released it, it flopped. All right, Aladdin came out, apparently it was mad decent. I'm probably not gonna see it. I might see it on bootleg. Somebody pull it up. I'm gonna see this Donald Glover Lion King though. I'm gonna see this Donald Glover Lion King though. You gonna see Lion King? I'll give it a shot for the. They still got Mufasa.
I'm gonna wait for a good bootleg to come out.
All right.
The other ones I'm not gonna even try to watch, but the Lion King I'll put the effort to bootleg it. I'll put in the effort to bootleg it.
That's real though, because sometimes it'd be hard to pirate movies online.
Bro, I just used my I got a jailbroken Amazon Fire Stick. Well, I don't. My friend does. I don't. But if I were to, that's how I would watch pirated movies.
You know, you can just Google movies. You just Google watch so and so free online.
No. That's how you get 97,000 pop-ups.
These are facts.
All right.
Install that pop-up blocker, help it out, but
and then you go to pause the movie or turn up the volume, another pop-up.
Pop-up inside a pop-up,
bro.
Hey, whatever works. Look, I'm gonna pay the money to see Lion King in theater.
I feel.
I want to support this brother, and you know, I'm glad they've got James Earl Jones back. I'm glad they were able to get the Lion King before James Earl Jones died. I didn't want to see no hologram.
Whoa. James Earl Jones is never gonna die. When they reboot Bruce Almighty, he's gonna play God.
Not Morgan Freeman?
No, because you can't have him in the reboot. Well, then again, I guess if they got James Earl Jones in this reboot. Yeah, there's no rules. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Carry on, Hollywood. Do what the fuck y'all was gonna do.
Do what you need to do. Go ahead and make this happen. Get some clones of some of the most beloved actors and actresses before it's too late.
Hey man, with deepfake,
that is true. We actually
after
have
all
the
these
technology.
celebrities died, it's already.
You seen that? What's that one movie Will Smith featuring Will Smith, Gemini, or whatever, Gemini Man? Where it's like
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's old Will Smith versus young Will Smith.
That don't make no damn sense.
It looked like Will Smith from 7 Pounds fighting super spy Will Smith from Fresh Prince.
That's stupid.
Bro, it's wild. Double the Big Willie Styles. What you talking about? I haven't seen the movie. I'm not going to go see the movie. I haven't seen a movie starring Will Smith since Men in Black 3, maybe. What was that?
That was a good one though.
It was a good one.
Yeah. You didn't like Men in Black 3?
Men in Black 3 was alright.
What?
It wasn't like bad. It wasn't like I'm not about to shit on Men in Black 3.
I'm a sucker for time traveling movies.
Even though time travel movies never make sense. I'm looking at you, Avengers Endgame. You tried to say, oh, that's not how time travel works. Shut the fuck up. You can't do that. I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit on all that. Oh, and real quick, let me go ahead and throw this out there. If y'all ain't heard about it, or if you haven't been to the theater yet, they re-released Avengers Endgame, which is on its way up to be one of the highest grossing movies of all time. Again, money. But they're re-releasing it so it could beat James Cameron's Avatar. Not The Last Airbender.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
So finesse. But they said, you know what, because you're gonna spend more money that you don't need to be spending because the DVD's coming out next week, which means the bootleg is finna be in 4K quality. Right? I could just wait a little bit.
That's where I come in.
I go wait a little bit, get in there. But we're going to put 6 extra minutes of footage in this mug for y'all. 6 minutes of never before seen footage. That'll be on the bonus features on the DVD in a week and the bootleg. So I ain't go see it. I waited. I wanted to see. I was like, I bet you they're going to finesse. I'm cynical, maybe. But what they do, they said, we're going to go ahead and give you a couple minutes of Stan Lee tribute. Respect. Okay. Respect the Don. We're going to go ahead and give you a little commercial for Far From Home Spider-Man. All right. So Normie's like, Hefe over here. Remember to go see the movie. You don't know which Spider-Man's which. Filthy casuals, normies, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. I saw a billboard for that Spider-Man, and he's got on like a ski mask and motorcycle goggles or some shit. Like,
hey, he's wildin'. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal in that one. I'm down. I'm ready to go see it. Apparently, it's better than the other one. We'll see. But yeah, so you get a little commercial for that. And lastly, you got that little scene featuring Professor Hulk saving a couple people. Now, at first, it's like, oh yeah, some Professor Hulk action. We didn't get to see much of that in Endgame. Seemed like a wasted potential. Maybe this little scene will be like what we've been missing. Well, you'd be fucking wrong. Actually, it's a scene featuring a CGI that's not finished version of the Hulk. So it looks like Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Right? The mouth doesn't move. And if you don't know what that is, go ahead and YouTube that or Google that, and then come back to me. Let me know how your life has changed. But it was that with a poor ADR, Mark Ruffalo, Jesus, talking over it, and then he picks up what looks like an iPad, holds it to his ear, and then speaks Steve Who. The scene's supposed to be set before he goes to the diner and meets up with the people. And I'm like, Disney, how you gonna do everybody like that?
So bogus.
That's the ultimate disrespect.
So bogus.
But hey,
Disney will get what Disney wants though. Which is why we will all be working for Disney one day. Eventually. In some way or another. Either the kids down there at the border are gonna be working in the Disney mines. Right.
New Mickey Mouse Clubhouse kids. All right. Or the old people who stopped working the toll booths because they got those all fully automated finally are going to be working the retail at the Disney, or as the stand-ins for the old grandmothers or wicked witches of the West, what have you. Disney's grown far too powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Disney's grown far too powerful. I guess that happened a long time ago. They've been, shaping, they're a formative part of our youth. It's just a fact of children, of America, of the world at large, and now with all the property that it owns.
Holy shit. I never thought about that. Holy shit. Oh, man.
Like, think about...
Hive mind.
Disney owns ESPN. You know that?
Wait, what?
You heard what I said.
How? Why?
What you mean how?
Why do they need to?
Because sports make money. So they bought that shit.
Oh, man. So hear me out. Imagine Disney dipping its toes in the cannabis industry. Giving sick kids like Buzz Lightyear CBD suckers.
Man, I'm trying to pull up and get some of that Kingdom Kush. Some of that.
It's the key nug.
Right. Give me some of that Riku OG. What you talking about? I'm totally down. That Sour Donald.
Oh my god. And then everyone's favorite strand, just Goofy.
You already know, man. It's coming. It's coming. You never know. They got in your local head shop today, CBD flower bud has blown up so much. You go to a head shop, it looked like they're already selling weed up out of there.
Yeah, man.
They got bud sitting out. What a time to be alive.
You can buy CBD from Family Video, How did Family Video outlast
Blockbuster?
Bro.
All right, let's unpack that question for a second, 'cause that's a very good question. I remember I used to go to Blockbuster. You know why? Because Blockbuster did not have late fees. And I ain't never take my shit back. When I rented a game, it would be a flat $4 to rent that mug, and then I would keep it for like months at a time till I beat it. And then I was done with it, I take it back. And that's probably why they closed, in hindsight.
That is a pretty terrible model.
It's a pretty terrible business model money-wise, but Family Video lasted out. But, you know, they struck some deals. They got deals with Subway, Little Caesars being there, Marco's Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They got deals everywhere. So when I pulled up to the Subway attached to the Family Video and noticed that the marquee said something along the lines of, "Don't skimp on your CBD," or "Come try CBD today," I was like, what?
Damn.
Like, you tell me I go pick up a Tyler Perry movie, I go get alimony real quick and eat me a CBD gum and go to sleep? Like, what do you mean? That's crazy.
That's America.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping up, and then Family Video is gonna buy the license to CBD flower. So yeah, Disney getting into the cannabis industry, I'm all about it. It'll be some high quality shit, I'm sure.
Be some of the trippiest shit you ever smoke. Get some of that Alice in Wonderland, man.
Ooh, let them know. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Oh man, but I do think it's dangerous. Because if you have to think about Disney tipping towards cannabis, you have to also think about them going I don't know, weapons.
Who said they don't
space
already have stock of space? Disney in space. Star Wars, they're building a Death Star right now. Y'all just don't know. They would never tell you about it. Y'all be too busy watching YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Getting caught up on Hulu. Let me tell you something. Because now people are coming out. Gonna circle back. I mentioned the migrants at the border, the children, in jest. But now we're gonna get serious on this. Because what the fuck? What's going on with that? They don't got no paper towels, toothpaste.
Oh, man.
Had Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in there. She had her whole story going on, talking about how she finally forced her way in to the cell with the women and heard the horror stories and this, that, and the other. And you know, right now in the media, people are talking, and a lot of people are calling it, you know, concentration camps.
They are.
Yeah, no, make no mistake. I'm not saying that they're not concentration camps. I've been calling them, because they literally reopened the Japanese internment camps from World War II, or whenever that was.
And that is in true American spirit, another fucking reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out.
He's not wrong. But in all seriousness, yeah, they opened them back with backup, threw people in the camps, and now people are dying in the camps. We know for a fact that they're not fed, they're not well kept. Children away from their families for extended periods of time. There's no infrastructure set up for it. Thinking about, you know, they're talking about deportation, but they can't really get that together. And it's just a fucking shit show. It's just a shit show. And it's the fact that people are caught up in the rhetoric. This is a problem. People are caught up in the rhetoric about it, because some people are more like, oh, well, you're calling it concentration camps and you can't make that comparison because it's not, you know, they're not gassing people and they're rounding people up, blah, blah, blah. Trump said himself he's about to send ICE out to get motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But where are they going to put these niggas?
The parallel between is just too strong.
It's just too strong. At this point, let's cut the shit. All right.
The parallel between the two are so similar. The lines are really blurred. ICE is just a modern day Gestapo. Just you're rounding people up based on ethnicity. That's
which is
what's
cleansing. Happening.
That is ethnic cleansing, and yeah, pro-life until
you gotta take care of that life.
Yeah.
You know, we can't have, God forbid you have an abortion for any reason, right? Even if it's a reason, even if it's a child rape, even if it's a baby that the fetus, because sometimes the people have abortions because the fetus would kill the mother, you know, so they have to have the operation, you know. But there was that one woman that got shot in the stomach. She was pregnant. She was a couple months pregnant.
Yeah,
she got shot. Yep, in Alabama, and now she's charged with second-degree manslaughter because her baby died. And they said, well, you should have been fighting if you were 6 months pregnant, and which I agree. That was a bad move. She should not have been fighting when she was 6 months pregnant. But then for the law to go out of its way to turn around and say, well, you're going to jail now that you've lost your baby because you killed a potential human. Because the whole thing is because you had an abortion, essentially, that you weren't supposed to have.
Well, honestly, I think they were probably just mad at her for taking what they probably saw as a potential dollar sign. Because if that baby would have been born, he would have probably been harassed by the Alabama police folks down there, thrown in prison for some bullshit, and slave labor. So essentially, they're looking at it like she stole from the state, and the state can't have that.
They gotta come collect. Salome gotta come collect.
That's going way out the way, man. Fucking Brock Turner got 6 months probation.
Oh my god.
For rape.
Yeah, for rape. Not for rape. He had to register at the very least.
He almost didn't.
He almost didn't. The fact that we had to not appeal. The fact that was even on the table for a second that he might not, just goes to show how corrupt the whole system is. It's not meant for people that are disenfranchised or oppressed. It's not meant for that. The systems they have put in place are meant for that. You know how much court fees cost? Like, to pay for court, the act of going to court for any reason, if it's just a ticket, no citation, you're looking at thousands of dollars just to go to court. And I don't mean this is just to go to a hearing real quick. You know, if you're in an extended, long court trial process, you're in and out of jail. You know, depending on if they gave you time to go home. So there's that. The money been spent there. You lost your job probably. You was in court for too long. Couldn't go to work. They had to fire you. So that's just money gone. You still got bills to pay. It's crazy.
Yeah. We are the richest country, but it is also the most expensive place to be if you're poor. It's expensive to be poor.
It is, because then you end up taking out loans or what have you, and then your debt doubles down, and you just pay. That's all you're doing, just working to pay off a debt forever. It's a shame. So, you know, we as a whole need to do better. But the idea that people are getting caught up on the rhetoric, how these types of things are being talked about. You know, people hit you with that, oh, well, it's not as bad as it used to be. You know, we've come a long way. It's not a concentration camp, it's an internment camp.
No.
Trying to spin it around. Trying to make it seem like it's not as serious as it is.
Yeah. And not to mention, the reason these people are even fleeing their homes in the first place is our fault.
Yeah.
We meddle in governments like it's like the world is just a plaything, really. Yeah. And we destabilize these people's governments and economies. Then when shit hits the fan, they have nowhere else to go. So we do a great job of advertising this place as like the place to be.
Until someone tries to come.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a white person.
Right.
I mean, it's
different for us.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to send us.
Yeah, then where are we about to go? Can't go back to Africa.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So I don't know. I don't know what exactly we can do, because you can't send food to the camps. They won't accept it. They say, this might have foreign material in it. Can't send food and supplies there. They'll send it back, because there have been people that have been trying to send stuff to the people. So there are good people out there, but they can't accept it the agents don't want to. Anyway, they've made that very clear. Their opinions on the whole thing and the people, but they don't accept the rations. So what do you do?
Aries, I hate to. Well, actually, I don't hate to. I will be the first to throw it out. We're going to have to take a page from the book of our folks over in France and or Hong Kong. Fucking some sort of revolt. Yeah. there's no other way. There's no reasoning with people like this. If your first thought is to throw another person in the cage, you can't be reasoned with. that you're beyond the point. If you're like, you know what, I know that's your son and he's 5, but we're gonna have to take him away. Yeah. What?
No toothpaste, none of that. And then again, and I don't know if I'm gonna say it again because I don't think y'all heard me. They're deploying more ICE troops to go get more people that are already here and deport them, or take or lock them up. But where are they going to go? The facilities in which they usually put these people are already overflowing with people.
Yeah.
So we know this. Like, before they even made that announcement, we already knew that the facilities were too packed. We already knew that there was not going to be enough room when they got to the border. Like, that's what the coverage was saying the whole entire time they were on their way up here, and now they're here, and like we still don't have a plan for it. But I can tell you right now, what's not going to help is to go get more people that are already integrated into society, right? If you're talking about, we caught someone in the midst of criminal activity, found out that they're not a resident, that's one thing. But if you're actively sending federal agents to go look for people that might just be somebody that owns a local taqueria down the street, somebody ain't minding their own business, paying taxes, maybe, or at the very least their money is circulating through the economy. Their business is generating revenue, and that's circulating through in one way, shape, or form. Ultimately, a benefit to society. But you talking about just locking people up more or less indiscriminately to put them where? I don't know.
And not to mention, most undocumented immigrants in general pay more in taxes. It's just the way it's set up. They pay more. Yeah, like you said, they are contributing more to the system than we give them credit for.
Certainly. So I don't know. I don't want to dwell on that for too long, but I do want to bring it up because, in the midst of all this other shit that's happening, climate change,
water shortage,
Avengers Endgame. Seriously, I mean, that it gets stuff like that gets caught up, and they kind of been talking about it in these debates. I don't talk about these debates for a hot second. I want to get into it because I like to let the waters clear before I even really start paying attention, because 20 people is just too many to keep up with.
Yeah.
It's just too many people. I don't even know that one woman's name. That bitch, the author. I don't know if you were watching. She was on there with, I think she was on around with Bernie and them. I can't remember. I think she might be like Oprah's guru or something. That's the whole reason she made it in. But like, she was just terrible. I didn't like anything she had to say. Like, she wasn't making no type of sense. I was like, why are you even here? Like, seriously, why are you even here? If you're not gonna take this serious, then that's how we get a repeat of the last 4 years. Right. Y'all, come on now. My man's Pete Buttigieg. I like what he had to say in a lot of ways. I also like saying his last name, Buttigieg.
Very unfortunate last name, by the way.
Yes.
It's so unfortunate.
Buttigieg.
Oh man.
But what are you gonna do? Look, he was a serviceman. He served our country. He's a patriot. He's a mayor. He's a proud, openly homosexual mayor in Indiana, the state of Mike Pence.
Ooh.
He stands as a big fuck you to Mike Pence, and I am all about that. in any way, shape, or form. And he was the most sensible talking up there in terms of keeping his temper. Everybody else was yelling, hollering. Bernie couldn't help himself. He thought he was back in the civil rights movement for a second, having a dream. He got heated. Alexandria couldn't help herself neither. It was just.
So wait, she's running for president?
Alexandria?
Yeah.
Or maybe not. No, I'm thinking Kamala Harris.
Oh, okay.
Kamala Harris. A lot of people. That's why I said I gotta wait for it to clear out. Like I'm just, literally, there's too many people in my head. But no, Kamala Harris was in it. She was wilding too. Joe Biden. Oh man, Joe Biden. Y'all need somebody to get Uncle Joe.
Oh man, he's. I didn't know he was so creepy. While he was working with Obama, like all of this creepy Uncle Joe stuff, I did not. Never saw any of that under Obama.
That's because Obama had people to wrangle Joe and make sure that Joe was under control. Joe was in there to just be there.
Yeah.
Joe was meant to be seen. I heard. What did he do? Michelle Obama did more than Joe did.
What does the vice president do?
Well,
in general,
I could think it's just like on you ever see Veep?
No.
Oh,
I have
my
heard
God.
good things about that show though.
That show is hilarious. What's her name? Is it Maria Louise Dreyfus? I want to say Elaine from Seinfeld. The gag. If you haven't seen Veeps on HBO, go check that shit out. That's what I imagine Joe Biden's doing all the time, just in the office with a bunch of interns and staffers who are wildly incompetent. It's cursing at each other, trying to get shit done.
Jesus.
But that's where we're at. Like, it is what it is. Let's see. But yeah, I like what they had to say. It's unfortunate that Buttigieg is not going to make it to office on this run. Right? Historically speaking, he's too young and too gay. Quite frankly. Now, look, I'm all about the young bloods. And I'm all about the gay president. On both of those things. I just think that might be too far of a pendulum swing for the populace to handle, to make it happen. I'm all for just doing it to people. There's a way to just force him in there, and bypass how all of this has to work. Sure. But I am not confident that just because he's a good politician, he knows what he's talking about, that's going to be enough to actually get him into office. It doesn't seem to have ever been the case.
This is not a meritocracy.
Yeah, that's not what this is. Otherwise, yeah, he's a war veteran, and he's run a town. He's got a whole lot of things under his belt, and he's only a mayor, and he's super young. So he has plenty of time to grow, but I don't see his youth as a weakness. I don't see his gayness as a weakness personally. But I know I've been living in America for over 20 years. Like, I know that both of these things are going to be too much for the general populace. They can't square that circle. So I don't think he's going to be able to make it in this time.
He's going to get into the White House. Somebody in Appalachia is going to be like, they're doing what? They're doing what in the White House?
Almost certainly.
Oh, man.
Almost certainly. So, that's where we're at. Hopefully, we'll get to a place where I see a candidate that's good on merits, and I'm not instantly disappointed when I find out that he has so much riding against him. Because if I didn't know that he was gay and I thought he was maybe like 10, 15 years older, I think he was like 37 or something, 37, 38. If I thought he was like 48, 49, shit. I'd have been ready, but let's get the dude in there. He got some sense. This man got some sense. I'm still on your train. I still back you. But since our vote doesn't really count that much. The 2019 election showed us. If we're talking about, does your individual vote count? No.
Nope.
Your Congress people, your elected officials' votes count. Your individual vote in a presidential election does not count for shit. Make no mistake. That's what the Electoral College means. So you need to be out there really at those midterm elections and all those for your local elects if you want your vote to count for a presidential election. And that all happens in between. That's how they get you. People haven't quite figured out how to make change happen.
Yeah.
You got to go to those boring elections in the middle of fucking May, down the street, go down to the church, down the street to get the polling booth set up. Real quick, educate yourself. Vote in the candidates you want to do the thing. And then that's how stuff happens. Local government to big changes. All right, Denver legalized mushrooms.
About time.
It's crazy. I think, was it San Francisco that legalized mushrooms too? Or somebody else in California? I thought, or they were trying to. But that's what I mean, local government. Now, the feds can still come in there and fuck their shit up if they wanted to.
They will.
And they probably will, to prove a point. Especially if we get another 4 years of said administration. But, hey, that's change. Y'all want to know how it happened? That's change. Colorado legalized weed. They gave all kinds of money in education. Back to education. Shit came back to the people. Income tax, stuff like that. You know, Illinois is giving about 2% to its public education. So,
oh, man.
Yeah, 2%.
Which random side tangent, I was looking up like Bloomington Normal stats, like as a town. Normal has a F+ rating for public schooling. F+.
Probably somebody from Normal that wrote that grading system. I'm talking about F+.
Oh man.
Man, okay. I'm not even gonna lie. Have you been in them classrooms recently?
No.
Well, I have. I was a substitute teacher for a whole school year, and that shit's overcrowded. U5 and D87.
Really?
Classrooms overcrowded. I mean, it's not like migrants at the border or anything like that. But it's definitely
that's a callback, ladies and gentlemen. That's a callback.
Overcrowded with kids. All right, definitely not enough books to run. They're trying to switch to laptops, make everything digital, which I think is stupid. You can't trust no 6-year-old, 12-year-old, no teen with unfettered access to the internet in class.
True.
So you got that on your hands. There's one teacher to 28 kids plus, 25, 28 kids. And I'm trying to teach this whole lesson. All the, kids got different special needs. There's no way one person could do that. There's no way. Under resources. Kids ain't got crayons half time. That's fucked up.
Oh man.
I'm not saying that it's a shithole or anything like that, but shit definitely needs some help. Shit's looking rough. They had to merge the Normal West and the Normal Community High School marching bands into one marching band.
What?
Yeah, it's a while back. You hear about that?
No.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just one marching band now. The band, they don't have any money in the musics. Now I think they said, it's to make like the band stronger or something, make it bigger. I don't believe that.
Propaganda.
No, that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. All right, if you think you know and you want to correct me, let me down in the comments or slide in my DMs. We can talk about it. But I'm saying it's bullshit. You know why? Because the last couple of years, the Normal West marching band has been steady on the rise. Right? And talking in terms of their competition level and that. All right, Normal Community. I don't know. I'm even paying attention, so maybe I'm wrong, but they wasn't steady on the rise.
Let's assume they were ass.
Let's just assume.
Let's just
assume. Trash tier. And now what's beneficial to the Normal West marching band about taking on these people except for sheer numbers, which they've proven by rising in the ranks that they don't need to have those same type of numbers to get on the scoreboard. That makes sense to me. So, but I do know that they don't have money to hire the music teachers. So you have music teachers that work in multiple buildings. You're a band director, you're working, at the junior high and the elementary school and the high school on the same day.
Wow.
You might be across town. Like that one, what's that one school that opened up like all the way out there in like Evans?
Yeah. Damn, I forgot they opened up a whole nother high school.
A whole ass high school. I think it's junior high. Evans is a junior high.
Oh, okay.
But still, whole ass high school or junior high school. They had to open up because they didn't have enough, and they still don't got space, my dudes. That's what I mean.
That's wild.
So 2% to public education from this weed tax revenue is a slap in the fucking face. And y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all I know you had to sign off. I know we had to make some moves. I know we had to make some concessions. But y'all don't care about the children. Everybody's out here talking about they care about the children. Y'all don't give a fuck about the children. Gun violence is on the rise. Children dying every day. We got children separated from their families at the borders.
Yep.
You had the opportunity to give money to something that helps children, and you just said fuck all that. 8% to training the police.
which we need, but
do
kids.
Do we need to train police on how not to arrest people for weed? Man, no, we do. We definitely do. They're
just so used to it.
But I mean, come on. So that's where we're at, you know. But I can't. I want to end it on a super serious tip. I want y'all to think about that shit. But we're gonna have some laughs real quick, or at the very least a lighter topic. I don't want to say laughs. Don't get mad at me. But y'all hear about Lil Nas X? Before we go, y'all hear about Lil Nas X? Old Town Road.
Old Town Road. He's got horses in the back.
Riding on a tractor. Except for, because I do remember the lyrics of that song. I'm going to back it up on you. So, okay, wait. For context, if y'all don't know, Lil Nas X, that Old Town Road, with the remix with Billy Ray Cyrus came out, you know, it's been top of the charts it's like record breaking. It's like the longest running hip hop song, country song at the top of the charts. Over like Drake and a whole bunch of people. And they just dropped a little album, EP, mixtape thing, just came out. I think it's an actual album. Shit got produced so fast, it's beyond me. But, you know, it's really been out here.
Yep.
All right. Young Blood came out the closet the other day, maybe last week sometime. I think it was on Twitter or wherever. Came out, said he was gay. People lost their mind. On both sides of the aisle. Yeah, some people. It was out here. Wait, before I even get into that, what did you think? What'd you think?
Honestly, dude, I'm not really fazed because really after Kevin Spacey used being gay, I hate to bring it there, but after Kevin Spacey was just like using coming out as a way to shift the attention from the other bad shit he's done.
He allegedly did Anthony rap.
Exactly. I think it became hack. That's when something becomes hack. Like, okay, now what? All right, fine. Now, all right, now what are you gonna do? What's next? What's next for you?
That is actually
people, because for the longest time it was used as like such a shock thing, and then Kevin was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I touched the kid, but I'm also gay." Like,
that was the worst fucking shit. Yeah, because it came out of like some type of weird equivalency, and I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. That is not the narrative you should be trying to run out here, first of all.
So it's like, all right, cool. Good for you, man. Hey, do your thing, but don't be slowing up on the music.
Right. Keep the quality top notch. Keep the tunes up. Because I was like, because I saw people on both sides of the aisle. Some people were mad. They were like, oh, I can't fuck with you no more. You know, that black homophobia. If you don't believe that shit is real, because black people have a real problem with the gays. Get real uncomfortable overall. I mean, not everybody, but the black community. You don't believe me? Go check out my other podcast. It's up called The Plague of Homophobia in the Black Community. I'm gonna link that down below because this education is important. I think we need to get over this hump and this situation. I put that video out before Lil Nas came out, and this is really just proved my point. It's quite incredible. But I digress. That and then the other side of the aisle, you had people that were very supportive. You know, people that were, and of course people mad at other people on the other side of the aisle for how they felt in that. I was like, okay, you know, I saw that. I think I was on Black Twitter swiping through Reddit, you know, and I saw some tweets pop up, and I was like, oh, is he really? Like, what? And then of course all the jokes about, so it wasn't just tractors he was riding down the Old Town Road.
Wow.
And I'm like, y'all real quick to sexualize this little boy.
Yeah.
Like, and he like 14 or something. Like, what the fuck? I need to chill with that. But in his, I'm gonna point out though, his lyrics. Thought about that in his lyrics. Riding on a tractor, lean on in my bladder. Cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. He says her in the lyric.
He's probably advised to say her.
Look, or maybe maybe he's not a gold star gay. Maybe he's had a couple experiences with women and just came to the realization that it just wasn't for him. That's fine too. I just want to point it out though. because he tried to make it sound like he was like, oh, I thought it was obvious, and like zoomed in on like a building that had some rainbow lights on it on his album cover, and I was like, nigga, what about this is obvious? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and look up the word subtle in the dictionary. You found your name right the fuck there. But nah, I'm happy for the boy, I guess. I didn't like the song at first. Old Town Road, when that came out.
No.
I did not fuck with it. I thought it was trash. I thought it was some more that just nonsensical bullshit. It's only 2 minutes long.
At first I thought it was hick hop. Have you heard of that?
Hick hop?
There is a I hate that this exists, but yeah, it's called hick hop, and it's just rednecks rapping over trap beats, and it's basically country music just with a rap beat. And yeah, it's just as ignorant though, if not more.
Because it has a country twang on it.
Yeah, because it still sounds racist.
People always say, why don't you like country music? And I'm like, look, I just don't vibe with it. Like, I don't own no tractors. I'm not on no farmland. I ain't never had no pickup. My baby,
I don't hate any black people.
And I don't hate, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's entirely true. I'm not going to go so far as to say I don't hate any black people. But I don't hate them because they're black. I'll tell you that, at least. You know? So, yeah, I don't really fuck with it. It's not really for me. It's like folk music. People are like, oh, why don't you like folk music? I'm like, bruh. Like, I'm black. Like, all that folk music ain't got shit to do with me. Like, all like American folk music, like the American songbook, like the thing that people call American folk music. You know, it's like you talk about like the plains of the Rocky Mountains and stuff like that. What's that? America the Beautiful type. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right? None of them songs are taking into account my black ass, because I was in chains back then. This wasn't a home with a free or nothing. I didn't get to enjoy none of the mountains. None of those songs have anything to do with my heritage. And if they do, they're making light of the situation that was actually going on at the time.
Right.
All right. And then they sure as hell didn't get no fucks about the natives that was out here. But the natives did get reparations. And black people still haven't got reparations. I'm gonna pause on that. Y'all go check out that podcast too. What was I even talking about? I'm so far off the cuff now.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Lil Nas X. That yeah. So now I'm happy for the dude. I didn't like the song at first, but it grew on me when it didn't. Because it was the controversy with Billboard is what it was. Because he wanted to be on top of the charts. It was climbing the country charts and they took it down. They said, this ain't country. This is a hick hop or something. I don't know what they said. They said, this isn't country. They saw him getting too close to the top. And then Billy Ray came in. Billy Ray Cyrus, Miley Cyrus's dad. And you know, I was kind of salty. I was like, oh, he just came in to the clout chase. You know, he just cashed in on this big ass song. Which he did. He absolutely did. He did that. But because of Billy Ray's name on it, they said, okay, well, if it's Billy Ray Cyrus, I guess it does count as country. Even though the same goddamn song was one hook added. Like, it like nothing about that changed. So that was just racism from Billboard. All right, you thought we didn't notice, but I did. And, you know, the Cyrus family also owes black people something after what Miley did and her foray into hip-hop.
Dude.
That's why I'm Lil Nas. Look, all right, I'm sure. I don't know Billy Ray. I never met the dude. All right, maybe y'all got a great relationship. But let's not forget what Miley Cyrus did to hip-hop. She came in, twerked a little thotty ass around for a little while, then got tired of it, said, I want to go sing with Dolly Parton. So she refuted, renounced, and rebuked all that shit. Like she wasn't just twerking all over Wrecking Ball.
I think she ate a really, really strong edible and got freaked out one day. And that's where this epiphany came from. Because she was like, I'm done smoking weed too. It was a whole image change, and it's like, what? And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that white kids, especially rich white kids, are able to dip their toes in shit that is actually serious. Well, I shouldn't say serious, but like
they could dip their toes in whatever. Cause you could look at a white person and like you could see them doing anything, you know, but like in types of portrayals or whatever, you know, especially in the media. But you look at like colored people and you stereotype. You're pre-programmed for that shit. Like, I don't really see you doing that. But it's like they're white rappers, you know, like the couple here and there. But
like 6, 7.
like 6, 7 of note that I know of anyway. Not saying that they're bad. Now look, if you white, you got bars. All right, I don't want no smoke. I'm just saying. She came in, Miley Cyrus came in, did all this crazy shit, and then said the community was toxic, talked all kinds of shit, and then just turned her back on it. And she got to wash her hands and walk away scot-free, right? Somebody like I was about to say Tekashi 6ix9ine, but he in prison. But like somebody like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, he wouldn't just be able to just pick up and turn around and go do something else.
No,
you know, or like even some like rappers we got out now. Like I couldn't see Chance all of a sudden I could see him turn around doing something like maybe some gospel album completely. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. ASAP, the ASAP crew and them, ASAP Mob and them. They're not about to just break out in the country. Next week, the Migos. They're just gonna get their turn around and say, "Oh, I think I'm about to pick up the American folk book."
I think the only one who did that was Nelly. Nelly out of nowhere was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this," and it worked. It worked for him.
I ain't seen him, but you know, he out here. He really out here. So yeah, Lil Nas. We need to watch out for them. All right, they take, and then they just leave, get the fuck out. That's that track history. So, and it's just facts. I mean, I was feeling the whole phase thing Miley was going through. I thought she was trifling and ratchet, you know, at times, especially. But I was appreciating that free spiritedness. Like she actually had some good things to say, some insightful shit. Like I thought she was gonna, you know, bring. Like I like some of the songs she's putting out for sure. Not all of them was hits, but I did like where she was going, because she was letting herself be a little bit more free, a little bit more out the box. But then she said, "Nah, I'm gonna go for the safe route. Go on here and hook up with Dolly Parton because there's money in that." You know, I'd go back to being America's sweetheart, like she was before she was Hannah Montana and shit. Like we just gonna forget that you was twerking,
smoking weed on stage,
right? Like you wasn't grinding all up on that married man, like a little harlot. So yeah, I'm happy for Billy Ray or Lil Nas X. I'm happy for Lil Nas get out there. Hopefully your music, you know, keeps coming out. Hopefully I keep liking it. I think I might have picked up this Got a Spite. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, man, his project he came out with kind of trash.
Kind of trash.
Kind of trash.
All right, well, boy, first project. I'm gonna give it a look. I'm gonna give it a listen. Maybe. It's supposed to be a pretty hype week for albums, so I might give it a listen. I think it's only like 7-8 tracks long, right? So it's not that long. I might check it out. But hey, congratulations, I guess, on your newfound security in your sexuality, whether this be real or not, because there are people out there that saying it's just for publicity. I don't know if I want to go that far and say it's just for publicity because this is a serious thing, but at the same time, like, I wonder if he would be as successful as he is, if he had already been out when he came out with the song, you know?
Good question.
I don't know if the streets would have embraced him like that. Not off the bat. Now the streets don't got nowhere to go. They came back down. So we'll see if the support keeps us up.
Balls in your court, streets.
You heard me, streets. Y'all rocking with Lil Nas or no? Let me know down in the comments. Y'all think I'm playing. It's a conversation. Look, we having a great time over here. We talk, we have the conversation, but I want to hear from y'all. So, you know, if you disagree with anything we said, if you like something we said, hey, let us know. I read the shits. There's not enough of y'all for me to not be able to read all of them. I'll tell you that right now. So let me know. We'll get into it. If there's something that you've been hearing about, maybe you want to hear us talk about it, you know, hear me talk about it, let me know. Again, where it is. But it's already late as fuck. It's getting even later, so we're gonna have to wrap this up for y'all tonight. But as I said, if you've been listening this long and you still rocking with our crazy asses, I appreciate you. Thank you. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna leave a link to the socials down below so you can check out the projects that Jeff's working on over here. Outside of this little project we got going on, you can see I'm gonna leave the link to the second channel. I do have another YouTube channel and obviously the SoundCloud as well if you want to go check out all just audio only clips. And as we expand, I'll keep y'all informed. But if you've been rocking with me, thank you. And if you were new, I hope you really enjoyed that. And as always, peace.
See ya.